Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to look at crude oil and natural gas. These again are my favorite sectors. Why? Because crude oil is the #1 commodity in the world. It has built advanced civilizations. This is the reason that we are advanced. This is the reason why we have the population that we have. This is what advanced humankind forward. It is a fossil fuel, and some people think that's dirty, but you know what? Sometimes being dirty is a good thing, right? No, okay, maybe not. Maybe not in this sense, but all right. I'll give you my opinion here. We'll jump into the charts. We got light crude oil futures again. It looks good. Doesn't look too bad. We got a little bit of an update today. We'll see where this goes. I don't try to predict the short term, but honestly, guys, some of these companies and the setups look absolutely beautiful. Would I be a buyer? Yes, I would be. Would I choose this over uranium? Difficult question. I think they're both incredibly good with incredible upside. And I'm going to leave that for you guys to answer. But crude's looking good. We got a good update. We're below this resistance line. We break above the resistance. I think we're in re-engagement mode. We got a little bit of a down day today, small down day. Again, it's this trading off of up, down, up, down, up, down. Larger up days, smaller down days. That's a trait of a move that wants to go a lot higher. So that looks fantastic. Big term, long-term view. This thing looks like it's going to go to launch up to some moon up here. XOP, crude's up a little bit today. Looks like XOP is leveraged a little bit to that move. Still looks good. It's making highs even though crude has come down. It's at $98. So that looks really good. SM Energy, another one that's right at its support area. This is a good time for me to buy. I think it looks really good here. CDEV is starting to get a little bit of legs underneath it. It may want to run here. Looking at these from a long-term perspective, guys, this looks fantastic for a big move higher. Looks absolutely good. Now, Crew Energy, would you think that looks good? We had the squeeze up, and now we're breaking to the upside. It is running. This is running higher. It finished quite strong as well. If you look at the 5-day sticks, it's a left to right action. That's exactly what I look for. Callum Petroleum hasn't had the run yet. It's getting hung up on this resistance support line that it's at. And that's the time that I like to load into companies. So right here looks good for Callum Petroleum. Athabasca Oil's looking absolutely fantastic with a huge bullish engulfing pattern. I did buy some in Athabasca Oil. Sure looks like it wants to go higher. Recaf, this one again, remember, this is a exploration play. When they release exploration news, this is when it moves. You have to be in it before they release it. If they release it, big moves occur. Crescent Point, another one doing a retest move. I like it down here a lot. This is a very good company. It is very cheap in relationship to cash flow. This thing's going to go much, much higher, I think, in the near term. Northern Oil and Gas, another one that I really like. Why was it down today if crude was up? Don't worry, guys. These things move around. Sometimes they're very highly correlated. Sometimes they aren't. But I do like Northern Oil and Gas. Grand Tier Energy looking great for a potential move higher. It was up higher today. Tellurian, another one that's just kind of slowing down a little bit. Again, I think this is going to go way higher, and then another move higher if we break this longer-term trend at $18-ish. Pedevco starting to get a little bit of legs underneath, getting a little bit more buying pressure down here. Looks good. Oasis moving on up, still looking good way up here. Still holding on. CRK is getting some legs underneath it again, and it's broken out of this long-term resistance line. Sandridge moving higher, making 52-week all-time high, 52-week highs. REI is basically squeezing up here. This is another one that I would be looking at for potential investment right here, right now. Surge Energy, another one that's got really good cash flow in relationship to its enterprise value. This thing is a beast. So what would I do here? I would be looking at it. Tamarack Valley Energy, another one that looks good, sitting on top of its pattern. This is Crescent Energy moving on higher. Vermilion looks okay. And then Meg Energy putting in a little pattern here right in the tip, looking like it wants to go higher. Energy service companies. Again, it's putting in this pattern. We're going to break this to the upside. I would be a holder of it. Don't be doing anything. Let it make you money. Tetra Technology is another one that's about to break. We've got some, resistance through here. We've broken through that. We're kind of pausing, almost like a double bottom here, and then we'll make another move higher. So that looks good. Transocean looks like it's putting in some buying today. This is a bullish engulfing. They usually resolve themselves higher. Looking at PUMP, looks like this thing wants to run here. So pump looks like it's running higher. ProPetra Holdings. EXTN, bullish engulfing of all this behind it. This is definitely going higher. Like I've said in the past, looks fantastic. And this is also just, coming up off of very low bottoms. Looks absolutely stellar. Valaris moving higher. That one looks fantastic. MMA Offshore. This is looking like it wants to move on higher with the big buying pressure, small selling pressure. Tidewater, another one that looks like it's holding on. NEX has been an absolute animal, guys. This thing's been rocketing higher. We're at $10. December 21, it was at $3.59. KLXE, another one that looks really good down here. It would be a potential buy for KLXE. I like it down there right now. CHX is another one that hasn't broken out yet. Once it breaks, it's going to make a big old run. That's another one I like. WHD moving higher, looking fantastic. 9 getting a little bit more selling pressure, but we're coming back to a support level. So would I be buying it soon? Maybe. Looking at OII, it's right on support. Looks like we've got a pattern here. Flag pattern. This is going to break to the upside. It's going to look fantastic, guys. It's looking really good. Noble Energy moving on up. Again, just hold on. HLX, I like that this thing looks like it's putting in a little pattern. We'll eventually break it. I like the small down days like this. That looks really good for a move higher of HLX. CGGYY, or CGG's moving higher. That thing looks good. Petrofac is finally starting to move. That thing looks good. McCoy Global, yeah, a little bit down today. Again, I'd just hold on to it. Don't worry about it. And then Diamond Offshore Drilling's one that I would definitely be looking at if you guys want a driller. It came out of bankruptcy. It is now trading at $6.64, looking quite strong there. That's the oil and natural gas sector, guys. It looks really good. I would be looking at these companies for potential investment all over the place. The energy service companies all look good. The oil and exploration companies, some of them haven't broken yet, like CPE, Athabasca Oil. Obviously they've had big runs, but I think the runs are going to continue this summer. I think that we are still in the beginning of a very big move. Why? Because none of the problems are being solved. They're all just being delayed. It's like, oh, we'll throw some inventory on there. It's like, what is that going to do? What is that going to do? We're not fixing the underlying problem. What's the underlying problem? We either have to destroy the demand or we have to bring up supply. Period. It's one of those two things. I don't see electric vehicles being adopted that fast. I don't see it. So I think that oil is going to have to be increased in supply. And if we can't increase the supply, we have to destroy the demand. The prices are too low. I don't know where that price point is. What I do is I watch inventory. I've got another clip coming out of oil. That clip's going to talk about inventory. And our inventory continues to decline. We're just shifting the inventory around, pretending like this is going to, solve something. All it's going to do is we're going to eat through their inventory and then get into the other inventory. So we're going to lower all our strategic inventories. We'll look at our normal inventory because we're still running deficits. And if we're still running deficits, that means the price is too low. By releasing inventory, you're just delaying the problem. You're not actually solving anything. Higher prices can solve the problem, either through more supply or demand destruction, or a little bit of both. But we're not solving the problem. We're making the problem worse, in my opinion. Again, if you guys want to join my website, it's Finding the Value website down below in the description link. We have a meeting today. Remember, I'm releasing this. We have a meeting today, 7 a.m. If you're listening to this, you can still join a platinum membership, get on the Zoom call if you have questions and answers, and you can grill me on whatever you want. You can ask a whole bunch of questions. A lot of people will be asking different questions. If you attend it, you can kind of play off those questions. I do record the videos. I release them on my Finding Value website, and you can view them after we have the question and answer session. So if that's something you are interested in, platinum membership, you can do a monthly membership. If you don't like it, you're in there for 1 month and then you can leave. Not a big deal if you don't like it. If you find that you have incredible value, that you're accelerating your investment knowledge and you're accelerating your returns over time. And again, some of these are long-term picks. But if you have the confidence, if you gain the knowledge of what you're doing, you got the ratios, you can use this stuff, you can bounce questions off me, it's probably worth it because $50 in the grand scheme of things per month is really low if you're making very big returns. That's what I'll say. All right, guys, we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.